All right, Monday at the 3M Open. I'm here with Tournament Director Mike Welch. The program's going on this afternoon, and funny we should mention the weather. It's a little toasty out here today. We had a thunderstorm earlier, but overall, Mike, just kind of talk about the level of excitement on the Monday of the 3M Open right now.
Well, it's here, whether we like it or not, and we like it. It's a smidge warm. I think I've shared with you before. You're not going to get me to complain about a Minnesota summer. We are, by the same measure, though, we are taking quite a bit of precaution for later in the week, which I'm sure we'll get into. But to have 11 of the top 45 players in the official world golf ranking here at the 3M Open the week after the Open Championship is just awesome. Never been done before. We have 74 players in our field that have won a PGA Tour tournament that represents about 198 wins. So it's just been amazing. 35 of them, by the way, have won a tournament in the last 2 years. So talent is here. The young guns are here. Some of the best players in the world are here. We're super excited for the week.
You obviously had a big moment late last week when you found out that Justin Thomas committed to the tournament. It's going to be his first time here in 5 years. You also have Cameron Young, who was in contention this weekend. I think he was in the last group on Sunday at the British. Just talk about the excitement of having a guy like Justin Thomas here this week.
Yeah, we've seen and heard our phones ring off the hook since JT, and by the way, Cameron Young committed. They have certainly helped to drive ticket sales. Fans want to see the best players in the world, whether that's through talent or whether that's because they've been very popular on Full Swing, a golf show. Joel Damon has been a big driver for us of tickets because people love Joel, but Justin certainly has helped move the needle. And we're excited anybody comes to the 3M Open for the first time. All we've been talking to the players and their caddies and families about is just give us a chance. We think once you get here, you're going to see not only what great golf course it is, but how we treat you, and from player dinners and how we treat caddies. So we're excited to hear what Justin has to say about the Twin Cities and specifically Blaine and ROKKR County.
You talked a little bit, even going back to Media Day, about how the FedEx Cup Playoffs kind of shaped the golf season towards the back half. This is the second to last event before the playoffs happens. Obviously, some guys like Justin Thomas and some other big names need those points, and that's a large reason why they're here. Did you really foresee something like that being a big impact on this tournament?
Absolutely. We want everybody to do really well, but the reality is that everybody's going to do well every year. There's incredible talent on the PGA Tour, and if you will look at the FedEx Cup standings, if you look anywhere from 30 till 60, there's names that have not been there in the past. And so guys like Justin, who has probably not played to the level that he hoped to play at this year, Hideki Matsuyama is another one, even Cameron Young, they want to ensure their place in the top 70, but not only that, after the first week, you got to get into the top 50 in order to get yourself not only into the BMW Championship, round 2 of the playoffs, but also then you become exempt in the designated events for next year. That's a big deal to these players. So they want to get as many points as they can leading into the FedEx Cup standings and FedEx Cup playoffs so that they don't have to worry about that at the back end. And 3M Open is a great place to come and try to get 500 FedEx Cup points.
We talked a little bit about the depth of the field. Is this one of the stronger ones you've seen in your time here?
Absolutely. Unquestionably, the depth of it is the best that we've seen. I don't exactly know what the number is, but when you look up and down that tee sheet, you know that you got great golfers in every one of those threesomes.
And obviously it wouldn't be a Minnesota summer without some heat. It's going to be close to 100 degrees later this week. The tournament's going to get underway on, the Pro-Am's Wednesday, and then the tournament play starts Thursday. It's going to be in the upper 90s both days. Talk a little bit about some of the preparations for not only for the players and for the caddies, but for the fans that are coming here, regardless of the temperatures. What can we expect to try and stay hydrated and keep cool?
Yep, we are heightening a number of things. Number one, just the amount of water that's going to be available at locations. From a playing perspective, players and caddies will have cooling towels. Volunteers will have cooling towels, especially the ones that are not able to be in shade. If you're a fan, we have shade on 11 of our 18 holes. We have the fan hub powered by 3M, which is a beautiful, huge space that is fully air conditioned. We have misting stations, hopefully 11 of them that'll be provided by the city of Blaine and ROKKR County that can give fans relief. We embrace Minnesota summers. At the same time, we want to make sure that everybody is certainly taking the extra precautions. So hydrated, get yourself some shade, but again, have a blast out here because before we know it, we're going to be talking about winter weather advisories.